All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new series on the channel, Perseverance. My name is Raven from the Sky. This is an offbeat indie horror game. I've always had kind of a soft spot for like offbeat indie horror games that shy away from the mainstream. But I do still love my mainstream titles, i.e., Resident Evil, The Evil Within, which I've yet to play on the channel. So I'll probably play The Evil Within, in the future sometime. But anyway, show this new series some love, and let's do this. For Kate. My name is Jack. Don't worry. You don't have to remember it. I'm going to die soon anyway. I don't write these words to be remembered. I just want to explain how we ended up like we are now. How and why the mankind collapsed. How come I was the one to witness it? To be honest, I just happened to be there when things started to get out of control. I was a simple guy, born in the mountains, always drawn in by the wilderness. But my parents wanted me to go to college. They worked hard and saved money only so they could send me there. I had no heart to refuse. If anything good came out of this venture, it was Natalie. When I first saw her, I thought she was an angel falling down from the sky. We kissed, we made out, it was like heaven. But as soon as the world opened up before me, another force pulled me back to earth. My father was diagnosed with a terminal case of cancer. I went back home, back to Grey Ville, a small town in the middle of nowhere. The one thing that kept this place alive was the nearby military base. Nobody really knew what happened down there, but everybody sure loved talking about it. They said that the military conducted human experiments, or that they kept the UFO stuff that made kids go and watch, much to their parents' dismay. But I digress. What you need to know is my father died. I was left alone in my little hometown without any education. I couldn't get a job at the base, and the town didn't have lots of offers either. Oh man. Yep. Thankfully, my angel didn't forget about me. Natalie called. I asked her to come, so she did. When I proposed, she gave me a serious look and said, "Kneel before me, man." I looked her straight in the eye, smiled, and just kissed her. I promised I would never kneel before her, and that I would always be there for her. I don't have to tell you that she accepted my proposal. I had to wait for her to graduate. Once she got her degree, I convinced her to move to my part of the world. We got married. She got pregnant twice. In the end, Hope was our only child. Uh-oh. 10 years later, I found myself with another kind of angel. Oh, Natalie became the angel of death that wanted my manhood on a platter. Stupid as I was, I didn't care. I fought back. Uh-oh. Oh, look at the little girl. Okay, Friday, living room. Are you totally out of your mind? Look who's talking. Hope is 11. She's just a little girl. A girl. You know how to recognize one of them, right? Are you serious now? I'm dead serious. And I'm not letting you take our daughter on a hunt. Why? Do you really want her to be this clueless broad who can't tell right from left, always dependent on others? You're making her a cripple, which she isn't. Jack, she's 11. She still has time to learn how rough the world can get. She's not a child anymore. You should see her when she's out there in the woods. You should see how smart she is and how quickly she learns new things. But you never. But I never what? Nothing, forget it. I can't believe what you were just about to say. You know why I can't be around the forest. You know the whole story. I trust you with it, and yet, you really think I don't want to be around my family? That is not important to me to be close to you and Hope? That's not what I meant. Screw you, Jack. I followed you back to this place so you could take care of your father's house and his legacy, whatever it is. After 12 years, I still can't figure it out, can you? I refused to stay at college and work on my MD because I was in love with you. You promised me happiness. I believed you. I believed in you. I'm working my fingers to the bone at the hospital to bring something to the table. I know it's not a banker's job, but I'm doing my best. What's the value you're bringing in? Oh, what's the value you are bringing in? Let me put it to you that way. If it wasn't for this falling apart town and its part-time jobs, you wouldn't bring any money to this family. You should have gotten a degree. If you had one, you could get a real job. We could stop worrying about money and the mortgage. We could be happy again. I could be happy again. What are you trying to? I sacrificed enough. I gave you everything. Don't you accuse me of being a bad mother, got it? Nat, you know I appreciate everything you do, I really do. I just want to teach Hope something useful. Hunting is a good way of bringing food to our table during hard times. When real winter hits, I'll need her to give me a hand from time to time. I'm not letting you teach our daughter how to shoot animals with a goddamn gun. You know what? Maybe I wouldn't have to if you've given me a son. Oh, come on, dude. You don't have any... There are times when we don't pay much attention to what's really going on. Look at her face. You can't... You say that you can't choose what gender. The only thing you can do is nut. That's all you can do as a man. And all she can do is fertilize and bear the child. You don't have any choice in gender. You say some stupid crap like that. It all comes down to survival. The survival of ego, expectations, and control. The urge to win and gain an upper hand becomes so powerful it makes us blind to the fact that we are hurting our loved ones in the process. Apologize, remain silent, persist. Am I going to get the bad ending now? Where we lose the family because I'm persisting? What's the matter? Did you really think I would forget? That I would just dismiss what happened to our... Stop. Please stop. Is this really what this whole thing is about? I'm not letting you spoil our daughter. It's not what I meant at all. God. You obviously don't trust me. You never did. It all makes sense now. I know I won't change your mind about the hunting. You'll do as you please. Just be careful with our daughter. She's all I have. And know that you've just broken me. Again. So what is this? Is this like a point and click? I'm getting point and click vibes. I shouldn't have been so rough with her. I probably should have gone by myself and never brought up the subject. Didn't expect it to become such a drama. Where are my car keys? I need to get moving. What am I going to say to Hope? I've already promised her. Hey, there's Hope. What are you doing out there? Come inside. Was Mom crying? Mom doesn't feel very well, sweetie. We need to give her some time. It's not true. Why were you two yelling? Is it because I told Mom I didn't want to go hunting with you? You don't want to go? Why? Why didn't you tell me? We always have so much fun watching wild animals together, Dad. I just don't want to shoot them. Smart girl. Coming from a vegan. That's why I said smart girl. I was afraid you'd get angry if I told you, so I told Mom. But now you two are fighting because of me. I wouldn't. Look, it's not your fault. If there's something you don't want to do, just tell me. I won't get angry, I promise. Really, 'cause you got angry at your wife, dude. I'm sorry, Dad. It's fine, Hope. There's nothing to be sorry for. What were you up to anyway? You should have been back from school an hour ago. Nothing. Were you playing near the military base again? Oh, silence. Hope? Yeah, but there were so many trucks, and I saw soldiers in. I told you that Murphy's Base is not a place for children to hang around. Nobody knows what's down there. Maybe there are aliens from another planet who came to Earth to kidnap children. Yeah, and they can read your mind. And if they see you, they can replicate your body. Have you been watching scary movies with Mom again? Yes, no, well, kind of. Mom was watching alone and I couldn't sleep, so I slipped in and watched with her. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's not a children's movie. Won't you agree? It sure ain't. What you doing watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers? That's an oldie. It's been remade a couple of times, I think, but I think that's originally, I think that's a 70s movie or 80s, early 80s but it's been remade. There's a 90s version, like early 90s version. Yeah, it was really scary. Seriously now. No one knows what kind of operations they're running at Murphy's. What's behind that fence? I know you are smart, so I trust you. Can you promise me you won't go near the base alone? I promise. Okay, yeah, right. Good girl. Maybe the aliens didn't see you, or maybe you are one of the replicas. Where's my beautiful daughter? Give her back, you monster. Hope, can you hear me? Ha ha ha. Dad, it's me. I knew you were in there. I'm coming for you, sweetie. I just need to fight this abomination first. Grrr. I would give away everything to bring back those moments with her. Seeing her smile and feeling her pure love and joy around her. If I was ever truly happy, it was when I was with her and Natalie. Back when I took it all for granted, I just didn't pay enough attention. All right, sweetie, I need to get ready for the trip. Can I come? Not this time. I need to take my time and do some thinking. Trust me, it's not going to be super boring. It's going to be super boring. But one day, you'll take me with you again, right? I don't want to hunt, but we could still go bird watching together or something. Of course, sweetie. I'll take you with me next time. Great. Can I bring my plush rabbit along? Sure. As long as you keep an eye on him. Where is he anyway? I don't know. I think I've lost him again. Have you tried the attic? No. I don't like going to the attic alone. When I come back, we'll look for him together, okay? Promise? Promise. Okay. I'll go and look for Mom. I think she's in the kitchen. Wonder what she's up to. She's probably preparing something for you, Dad. You think? Sometimes I wonder why your mom sticks with a clueless guy like me. Because she loves you. How do you know, detective? Because she told me so. I love you too, Dad. I love you too, sweetie. Now run along and make sure you clean up your room before I'm back. Dad? Yes, Pumpkin? You really wish you had a son instead of me? Oh, she heard that. Hope I... It's okay, Dad. I'll go see how Mom's doing. I'll clean the room before you're back. As she was walking away, I caught a glimpse of a tear in her eye. I had no idea of the damage I had done that day. I'm still trying to figure out what malign force drove me to act like a bastard to my family. We should have apologized instead of persisted. Maybe it was my short temper or my lack of restraint. Maybe it was something else. Having a son had always been my dream. I would imagine teaching him everything my father had never taught me, taking him out into the world, watching him grow and mature. Arm wrestling with him and sharing a glass of the same malt, discovering he'd become a superior man and feeling proud. But when Natalie got pregnant, I was as clueless as a parking machine. We lost our unborn baby. I messed up and lost my chance of becoming what I had been destined to be, a father to a son. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to realize that things which really matter in life cannot be bought, borrowed, or made. Ain't that the truth? Please, more people need to see this. That is the truth, Ruth. They just appear and disappear as soon as you stop taking notice. Yeah, that's true. Once they are gone, it's impossible to bring them back. It's hard for me to see Hope like this. I know she wants to look tough when she's around me, which should be more often. I'll look for a plush toy once I'm back. She's very attached to it, and no wonder Mr. Rabbit has been with us since forever. Wonder where she lost him this time. She gets distracted sometimes. Anyway, I need to get ready. I got a 2 hours drive to make, and it's already getting late. Having a wood house is great, but driving to the country's edge can get tedious. I should drive by Bob's gas station and pick up some supplies. I've made you some sandwiches for the road. Thank you, Nat. I want to tell you that I'm really hurt by what you said earlier, but I don't want to talk about it right now. You got me thinking, Jack, thinking about you, about us, and about our future. Nat, let me finish. I realize that I'm responsible for my own happiness, and I shouldn't burden you with it. I decided, oh boy, what did you decide? I decided I'm going back to my studies, that I want to get my final degree. That is what I always dreamed of after all. I thought she was going to say divorce. I remember you mentioned it a while ago, but I didn't think you were serious. Are you? Why wouldn't I? For starters, this is a huge decision. It will impact our lives. Don't you think we should at least talk about it first? We are talking about it now. Listen, I know we aren't on the greatest terms right now, but this is a big deal. I only hope we can talk it over before any decision I made. Okay? Besides, what about Hope? I trust you, Jack. I know you didn't mean what you said earlier. You were always a good father, and you are still. You will take care of her. To be honest, I realized that I carry my share of guilt too. I found myself competing with you for Hope's love. It's crazy. What? Yeah. I don't agree with everything you do, but it's life, I guess. None of us is perfect. We just need to put in effort and make it work. And I know that it won't work if we keep living the same way, away from what we truly want. I want to become a physician, and that is what I'm going to do. Do you want to stop me? I don't know yet. Well, what do you know, Jack? You're supposed to say, I know I love you. You know I do. Yeah. But sometimes it's nicer to hear it from your husband. Makes you feel appreciated. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm a bit frustrated right now. I feel stuck, you know. I understand. But I'm not changing my mind about getting a degree. Just like that, it's too important for me. We'll figure something out, Nat. We'll talk about it once you're back. I meant to ask you, is the road still working? Yeah, I fixed the suspension and the front tire. Should be fine. Last time it ran out of air, Bob came to the rescue, you know. Really? Our Bob? Well, ain't he a stand-up guy? It's not every day a girl gets rescued by a tall, muscular, handsome man. What's wrong? Are you jealous? I don't care about the other man. Oh, really? Something tells me otherwise. Babe, I know that I'm the best man around, and you know it too. Besides, even if you were attracted to him, there's no way in the world he would survive your constant nagging. I need to get ready. Yeah, I've got to run some errands too. Don't forget your sandwiches. I won't. Thanks, Nat. I love you. I know you do, Jack. Call me once you reach the cabin. Oh, and cue the scary music. Reporting in. What's your status? The tracking device works perfectly. I'm 15 clicks away from the target. She's on the move, but appears slow and random. Doesn't look like a challenge. Remember your protocol. Do not make a mess. Try to bring her alive. If possible, she might be valuable. Yes, sir. We inform you that there is another asset operating in your area. Should your efforts fail, you will move in. Understood. We're counting on you. Thank you, sir. Almost everything needed at the cabin, but I had to pick a few things up. I decided to stop at Bob's. I didn't feel like roaming around the supermarket, and besides, it was the only place to buy gasoline in a 30-mile radius. I also liked the owner, Bob. Wasn't his real name, but it was how he introduced himself. He told me his real name once, but I wasn't able to pronounce it correctly. His shop was the only place where you could score proper booze. The temptation was firmly there when I approached the door, and I struggled with it. On the one hand, alcohol would sure help me relax. On the other, I'd have to spend all my money. I had little to begin with. Hi, Bob. Jack. Good to see your familiar face. Like you, see any other faces in here. You'd be surprised. I doubt I've ever seen as many new people as during the last 2 weeks. How come? Beats me. Ever since they built the highway, there's almost no traffic around here, especially at this time of year. But hey, who am I to complain? The more customers, the more money comes in. Anyway, what brings you here? All for a trip? Yep. I feel like I need some time off. Where's Hope? Isn't she coming with you? Not this time. Here's the first. I thought you were trying to teach her survival skills. She seemed into it. I still do. I had a big fight with Natalie over it. Do you want to talk about it? Natalie gave me a lecture about kids and responsibilities. She and Hope didn't want to learn about hunting. It turned out to be true. Hope admitted it. I don't know what to think of all this yet. Sometimes I feel like the worst father in the universe. I must admit, I see where they're coming from. Shooting prey wouldn't be my cup of tea either. What, you too? Guess this makes me the last barbarian in town. I like animals. They are living beings like us. Instead of killing, I'd rather protect them and admire their beauty. You know, I wanted to become a vet once. It didn't work out though. I'm still paying off a painful loan for trying. Hunting isn't only about killing. It's about going back to your primal self. It's about tapping into your true instincts. It actually teaches you to respect nature. Well, maybe it still ends with the animal dying. I believe you can have another kind of strength. For example, Natalie seems to be pretty strong and capable enough to provide for you guys, even though I doubt she has ever shot an animal. Yeah, about that. Aren't you and Nat getting too familiar with each other? What do you mean? She told me you're a handyman. Just wanted to do a good deed and help a woman in need. A knight in shining armor. Where's your horse, Chief? Same place yours is. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What can I get you, Jack? I have a lighter, some batteries, and a few of those energy bars. Oh, and a flashlight. And that's when I had is dead. Do you have bandages? Sure thing. Great. I'll take one. It's safer to have some. Should I get you a usual order as well? Actually, I think I still have some left in my cabin, but if he had to spend all his money, should I buy more booze to help him relax? Don't buy booze. I think I'll pass this time around. Okay, so just a flashlight, a bandage, some batteries, and energy bars. Here we go. Here you are. Thanks. Keep the change. Bob, yeah? You said that there are different kinds of strength in the world. I think you're right, and I want my daughter to have all of them. I want her to be ready for whatever life throws at her. You're a good man, Jack. Your heart is in the right place. You just need to find your way. Got to do my best, I guess. Have a good one, man. Bye, Chief. I had everything I needed. I intended to go straight to the cabin, leaving all the worries behind for a while. I was looking forward to getting away from the issues at home and focusing on something else. As I was putting my supplies into my car, I noticed something strange. A young woman was strolling down the roadside. At first, she caught my attention simply because she was coming from outside the town. The longer I watched her, the stranger it seemed. She looked to be around her 30s, but she was dressed more like a teenager. I was pretty sure she wasn't from around town either. I couldn't figure out what she was doing out there all by herself. Her clothes didn't suggest that she had come for a hike. They were far too thin for this time of year. And she wore heavy makeup, smudged here and there. But if she had just run away from a bad party, as if she had just run away from a bad party. Thought that maybe her date went south and some guy threw out of his car without warning. She looked confused, but strangely enough, she seemed happy at the same time. I decided I might as well talk to her. Wouldn't you be curious too? We'll start out with politeness. Hello, miss. Hello, angry mister. What? I'm not angry. My name is Jack. I'm Jane. Is everything alright? You look a bit lost. Well, I guess I am. Where am I? We're in Grey Ville. Oh, wow. Never heard of it. Is it pretty? Wow, aren't you a little, worried? How'd you get here? I don't know, really. Should I be worried? What's with this chick? I have no idea. How come you don't know how you got here? I'd rather not say. It's embarrassing. You can tell me. I might be able to help you. To be honest, I have this condition. Sometimes I forget things, like literally. It's what happens if you live the way I do, which is I don't make much waitressing. So sometimes I volunteer to take part in a test. You know what a test is? Not really. When a pharmaceutical company wants to introduce a new drug to make a market, to introduce a new drug to the market, or a bunch of shrinks to take a look into your subconscious. You sign some papers, swallow some pills, get examined, and get paid. Simple. Unless you die in the process. Or you get invited to a random location where they put you with some other peoples in an unusual situation. Then they observe your behavior in the group and file some papers. I'm basically a part-time lab rat. Still doesn't explain how you got here. I walked for the past couple of miles. Some random guy picked me up and dropped me here. Prior to that, I guess I was taking part in a test. I think it got to do something with food. What was it about? I told you, I don't remember. Besides, you're asking way too many questions, Jack. Is there someone we could call and ask to pick you up? That's another question. I guess we could call Jeff, but I doubt he would pick me up. Who's Jeff? My cat. Ha. Okay. Seems that you are doing fine. I'm hungry. I'll be going now. Wait. There's one thing you could help me with. Yes? I'm a little cold. There's a jacket in my car. Wait here. You can have it. Thanks a lot. I'll borrow it for now, but I'd like to send it back when I get home. I didn't think you were such a kind person, Jack. You remind me of someone. Of whom? Can't remember his name. He was a guy working at the science facility. They were testing some new medicine, and I volunteered. I remember he looked kind of glum, like he was disappointed. He would stare at me through a glass window. Thought it was cute, as if he was too shy to speak. Anyway, would you give me your address so I can send your jacket back? Sure, I'll run it down for you. Here. Thanks, Joe. I'll send it back with some gifts. It's Jack. Listen. Talk to Bob at the station down there. Ask him to fetch Hal Gifford for you. Okay? There's a sheriff around here. He'll help you. Hal Gifford. Got it. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I need to eat something. You'll figure something out. Sure, see you around, Joe. So I watched her walk away. I was pretty sure I'd never see that jacket again. Then again, I wouldn't be myself if I had just left her like that. It was already getting late, and I still had a long way to reach the cabin. As I wasn't a big fan of driving after dark, I decided not to waste any more time. And we're going to stop it here for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and the series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.